Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise you and give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate. Let's pull the pin already.
Welcome back, Nate. Good to see you again.
Ooh, another great Friday.
Friday. You got plans for the weekend?
Yeah, going camping.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, we go every weekend.
Lucky you. Lucky you. I don't get to go camping, man. I got these chickens that just bog me down. I'm thinking about just getting rid of them.
Sounds like a good idea.
But the eggs are good. So, anyways, that's not why we're here to talk about chickens. Although I don't know, man.
Eggs come from stores like milk. You can just go.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Why am I wasting my time with these chickens?
Why are you?
Yeah, and plus, kind of rubbing their belly to get them to lay an egg is really hard. Well, that thing I'm glad for. Chickens are dumb, but I'm glad I don't have to assist in that. But anyways, that's not what we're here for. We're here for some headlines. And again, shout out to Christine and Johnny. Appreciate you. We're going to bring up some headlines for you new people who don't know what we do here. I'm going to talk about them from our perspective, whether we've read the articles or not. We're going to tell you how to feel, how to think, how to react. We're going to tell you the real stuff, the common sense story. We could be wrong, but it's probably not likely. Why is that not likely, Nate? Why do we?
On black shelf.
You're what?
I don't know. I'm just here.
Yeah, so why do we need to tell them? Because you totally missed the cue, right? I'm not.
Because my kid was bothering me. It's spring break or it's summer break, and they're not in summer camp yet. But because we're average veterans who've been on the road, and we know everything.
That timing couldn't have been better. I just threw it to you, and you took your headset off. I'm like, all right, this is going
I
wrong.
don't know. Damn.
Well,
kids.
that just shows you how real life is. You know what I mean? That's how it works. I think my dog is going to go crazy again too. She always likes to interrupt our shows. So, anyways, yeah, that's what we're doing. So why don't we just jump into some headlines because this small talk nobody really cares about. New York Democrat congressional candidate suggests MAGA supporters go to re-education camp.
Where's it going to be held at? In New York? In New York?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. You see their school system. I don't know, dude, but this stuff is
if it's held somewhere cool, I might be a mega supporter, so I can just go somewhere cool.
Right. Well, yeah, if it's a vacation, right? Yeah, I mean, I can go. Like, look, how many kids go to college and don't pay attention? Like, I'm sure I can do that. You know what I mean? You need me to memorize what just to graduate? Yeah, sure, I can memorize this stuff. I don't believe it, but I'll memorize it. So yeah, well, this is another illustration of them saying it. Now, I guess you can put this lady in the Democratic bucket
How you know the lady?
blame all Democrats, but in the end, this is the stuff people are saying, but then you'll have news media, oh, that's absurd. They're not trying to put MAGA people in re-education camps. Well, no, maybe not the Democratic Party isn't, but people in the party are. I mean, and I'm sure there's people in the other party trying to do the same thing. And in all honesty, this is just language, right? Because everyone needs to be educated or re-educated.
I think we should send all politicians to a re-education camp.
I heard an interesting
All of
thing.
them.
Yeah, I heard an interesting thing the other day, and it kind of hit me. It made sense. It says if people want to be a politician, you probably shouldn't vote for them. If people feel they need to be a politician, those are the people you want in office because they probably won't stay long and they need to do something to do. They got something they need to do to get in there for. Politicians who want to be politicians are just in it for themselves and the rewards. Because right now, let's be real, politicians a career, a very rewarding career. So it doesn't attract the best people. It attracts the smoothest con artists. You know what I mean? So, yeah, think about that. Matter of fact, there was a local elections going on in my town, and it's a perfect example. I went to go see one of these candidates just to see how it works, whatever. And my only question when he was done was I asked him, I said, if you had to drop out today, who would you endorse? And he started to answer the question, and then his handler jumped in and says, well, we don't have to worry about it. I said, please, that's not the answer I want to hear. That's a political answer. I want to hear what this guy has to say. And he gave me somebody. I said, well, that's reassuring because that helps me think that you're about the cause, not about yourself. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to get into office and you run across somebody who's just as good as you, that you like their policies and you can't endorse them, I can endorse my competitor. I think he'd be great for the job. You guys decide who you want for the job. But that's the problem. You get in there and you start seeing, like, that's why I have a problem with DeSantis and Nikki Haley and all these people. How are you convinced that they give a damn about their country when they're fighting with very people they supported before or
They all
supported?
do it. They all do it. They knock each other all the time, and then when
But
they get
that's
beat,
my
they're like,
point.
"Oh, now I support this person."
But that's my point, dude. That's how you know they're career politicians and they're just in it for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Trump, I don't say Trump's any different, but Trump won't support anybody that don't support him. Just like, DeSantis or whatever, he supported him and then he turned on him. So he's like, yeah, screw you. And then he came back to him. He says, okay, I'll accept you. Like, that's how you know Trump is in it for the cause. He's not in it for himself, even though everybody says it. Yes, he's probably a very selfish, narcissistic person just because of who he is and what he's got. But in the end, I believe he's true to his politics because he's not a politician. These other clowns, you can just tell they're politicians. I mean, look at the vice president. Literally called the current president a racist and willing to go to work for this guy.
Yeah.
That's how you know these people are frauds.
It's
They're just
awesome.
in it for themselves. They're not in it for the cause. Why would you call a man a racist and then let him be the president of the United States? Because he gave you a job?
Hell yeah.
You
Hell
understand what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, this stuff is not hard to figure out. You want to know the true heart of a politician, you can just look at that. So that's your test. Just ask anybody running for office who they would endorse if they weren't in it. If they don't have an answer for you, if they give you the, well, I'm going to win, so I'm not going to have to worry about it, then they're in it for themselves. It's just that simple because they don't care about the cause. They care about themselves and getting in. Anyways, enough of that rant.
All right, moving on.
Arizona border agents seize enough lethal drugs in May to kill 28.5 million people.
I'm gonna assume they seize it at the border where there's not a problem.
Right, right. Well, I'm going to
Oh.
also assume because they're border agents that that's where they're working. So yeah, enough lethal drugs in May to kill 28.5 million people.
That would lose a lot of voting people. They can't let that happen.
Well, those are probably people shouldn't be voting anyway if they're using all those drugs, right?
Probably.
Well, I did see a discussion on that because there's that one podcast. It's got the dude with a bunch of, I don't want to call them whores, but that's what they are. The professional women are either OnlyFans, strippers, prostitute, whatever. Sometimes it catches my eye with the subjects, but I really can't stand watching it. I don't even want to say their name and give them any more views. It is entertaining sometimes, but to me, it's always a joke because this is the trash of society. But I saw something about that. Like they were arguing about women, why women shouldn't vote. And the argument was interesting. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up because it was about should everybody vote? Like, do you think everyone should have the right to vote? And that alone, I think, is a good challenging question. Like, do you think everyone should have the right to vote
Sure,
just because you're a citizen?
that's it.
You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to own land. You shouldn't have to contribute to this or what?
Why do I thought land? What if I rent? What?
Well, maybe, yeah, right. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, do you just blanket think everyone should vote, or should there be some stipulations? There's people who think you need to take a test in order to be qualified to vote, because otherwise you're just a useful idiot.
You take a test to drive. Why not take a test to vote?
So that's what I'm saying. So I think there's a broad range of responses, but I personally, I never really thought about the question. I always thought it was an inherent citizenship right. But even like in the old days, women couldn't vote because they didn't serve. Like it was the men that went served and they didn't pay taxes because they didn't own houses, and they had their reasons. So why would you get a say in what it's like having illegals vote? You know what I mean? Why should they have a say in what our country does when they're not invested in this place? You know what I mean? So it's a good subject. It's a good topic. It's a good debate. We're not going to have today because we're doing headlines, but I thought it was very interesting. So something to chew on. Anyways, let's move on.
Oh, that was a quick one.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark excluded from 2024 Olympic roster, shocking fans.
I don't know. Is she one of the best 12 NBA players, WNBA players?
Right. I mean, this is where I'm going to side with the NBA or WNBA or whatever the hell it's
Yeah,
called.
W. Well,
Um,
And here's the
Yeah, the
thing.
NBA pays them. It's a subsidy of the NBA.
I actually just saw a headline on this today. I was like, well, she's not one of the 12 best. Oh, so now it's now we take the best to do a job, not because
No
of
DEI, right? We
no,
don't
just
have any white representation up there. Put her in.
just 12 best. Which is the way it should be. It should be the 12 best. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, that's why I say I agree with it. It definitely, like you just pointed out, it shows how they're hypocrites. But in the end, this is her first year, right? She didn't prove anything yet.
No,
All of her talent's based on what she did and what
and
she's been doing so
and
far.
I guess the argument is you don't have to be in the WNBA to be an Olympic athlete. You're just
This is
one of the
true.
one of the best. So
This is true.
you're one
Yep.
of the best in college, but are you one of the 12 best now? That's being selected out of the rest
Right.
of the women all over playing basketball.
Right. So, and then the question comes back to what everybody else, all the libtards in this country and all the world complain about. How were they selected? Okay. So is it only racism, sexism, and all those isms when your person doesn't make it and now it's fair? Or is there some of that involved here too? You know what I mean? So let's
I don't
investigate
e-
that instead of overlooking it like, oh no, this is the way it's supposed to be.
I don't even know who the 12 women before
I
her
don't
are.
either, and I
So
could care less, dude. I didn't even know it was in the Olympics. I didn't know women went to the Olympics. No, that's not true. I know that because gymnastics, right?
you are so sexist. You are one of the. See, this is why people don't like you. You're sexist. You're racist.
You're
You're
absolutely right,
homophobic.
man.
You're Islamic. You're no,
Islamic?
not
No,
not
no,
Islamic.
Islamophobic. That's what we're
Xenophobic.
talking.
That was close.
You're starting to sound like Mr. James now, calling me all these
uh,
names. No, I'm just trying to keep it real, man. But with a little humor. But anyways, yeah, this is not. I mean, this is not shocking to me because she really hasn't proven herself long enough. And I don't know. Like, is the end of the season, right? So maybe she did. Did she have a good year or no?
season just started.
Oh, see, that's how much I know about it, dude. I thought, well, isn't the NBA just ending?
NBA's ending. Yeah, they're in the
Oh,
playoffs. They're in the playoffs right now. Celtics are up 2-0. In case you're wondering.
I could care less, but I do like their coach, dude. Good
Well,
God fearing man. It just puts people in their place. I love it,
yeah, I like him too because he plays for West Virginia. So kind
dude.
of.
And he looks like he's like 20 years old, dude.
He's 35. He's the youngest coach to be in the NBA Finals or something
Yeah.
like
See,
that. Yeah.
and you see, that's it right there. Like that's something you can literally look. And maybe I'm biased because I like him. He's a good Christian man, stands by his values. But that doesn't seem like a DEI hire to me.
He was an accidental hire. The coach that was there wasn't doing good. He got put in his place, and then they just kept him. So it's pretty
Well,
damn
there
good.
you go, right? So he proved himself, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe that's just it. Maybe these guys just don't get a chance to prove
he
themselves.
was the interim coach for a minute, and then the team just clicked and went with
Gelled
him.
on him.
So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
because
that's good, man.
he's kind of their age.
Right? He's a peer.
Yeah,
Right.
well, maybe 10 years older, some of them, but
Yeah,
right
but at
around. Yeah,
least he's not out drinking and swinging guns with him, right? That's
no,
good.
media hasn't reported that yet.
No, dude, he sounds like a good Christian man. I mean, he's putting himself out there to the media. Anyways, I don't really care what they do with this stuff. It's a joke. I'm not going to watch it anyway. And all those people who started watching now because of Caitlin Clark, good for you. You're going to
What you
probably be tired of it once she's done.
are you gonna watch the Olympics though?
No, I don't usually. I usually watch the Olympics. I mean, I might watch some Olympic hockey if it's that Olympics. This is obviously the summer one we're talking about, right?
Probably. Uh,
And that's how much I know. I don't keep track of it. Basketball
what?
is not a winter Olympic sport, right?
Well,
It's a summer Olympic.
basketball's a winter sport though. So,
Well, the NBA is right,
yeah, I guess WNBA is
or
a
it'll be a
spring summer
fall.
sport.
They're fall sports, right? Is that what they are?
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
even
I
hockey,
think
yeah, hockey starts in October,
yeah,
September,
this is
October.
the Summer Olympics because it's going to be next month. So yeah,
Yeah, I think basketball though is being played in the summer Olympics. I think.
you watching the NHL playoffs? I don't know, you're a big
I did.
NHL
I
fan.
did start. I did start, and
Ooh. Oh, why? Because what? Because
what?
the Knights and Kraken got knocked out, so now you're back on
Oh yeah,
Team
yeah, yeah.
NHL. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not. I don't watch it as much. Like I said, I didn't watch a lot of the playoffs. I didn't watch a lot of the season. It's kind of losing its taste. But obviously, I love hockey, so
Well,
I'm watching some of it.
in case you're wondering, Panthers are up 2-0. Anyways,
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
on.
I saw that. And the Panthers got a damn good team, but I don't know. Matt McDavid, dude, he's magical, dude. I don't know if you've seen him, but holy
No,
crap, dude, he's clearly the best
I
ever.
don't think I can name 4 hockey players anymore nowadays.
Yeah, I probably couldn't either. Not even off my own team. That's why I said I'm just tired of it all. But anyway, the Biden admin is working overtime to phase out all your gas appliances now.
Does that have something to do with him pooping his pants in the last episode? Gas, poop, kind of going the same thing.
Maybe that's what we got to do to fill them now. We got to
Well,
put
how
our
much
own
they get?
gas in.
Well, how much are they getting paid in overtime to do this? I mean, how much
I hope
extra
that
money?
I
Well,
hope the hell they
well,
ain't getting paid overtime.
the funny thing is, you phase out these gas appliances. So I have gas in my house, some gas, propane.
Right.
If I don't use enough a year, the propane company charges me for not enough usage fee.
What?
So if you're gonna take, yeah, well, we're getting rid of that company, obviously. If you're gonna take my gas appliance away from me now I'm gonna get charged every year for not using enough gas.
Well, you wouldn't have it. Why? What would you use it for? What would you use gas for?
My
That's the
heat,
idea.
my heat,
Everything's going to be
my
electric.
I guess it would take away my heat appliance too, huh?
Everything's going to be electric,
What
so
about
they can
my
shut it all off when they want to.
exactly?
I mean,
Oops,
well,
the grid went down. Oops, the grid went down.
they can always blow up a gas pipeline. I mean, it's not like we haven't done that before. So yeah, they could always do that, but I guess it'd be hard to get away with in the U.S. Well, no, they can blame China or Russia or something like that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's easy.
we'll blame
Yeah, that's
somebody.
it. That's what the funny part is. People don't, like, look, man.
Well,
Again, I'm
they're
gonna
gonna
put my
take you.
tinfoil.
They're gonna take you down because you have the red fire around your thing
I,
over there.
you know what I mean. I'm always on fire, right? But I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on again, and like, the reason America is so powerful, influential, and rich is because we know how to play the games. We win the games overseas, all of that. So stop thinking they can't play the same game in our country. People just stop. I'm not telling you to be cynical like me and don't trust people or the government, all that. I'm not telling you to be that. I'm just telling you to open your freaking eyes. You can find the good in people all you want. But when you see something, see it
Say
for what it
something.
is.
Oh,
No, no, that's a different one. If you see something,
say
see it for
something.
what it is.
Oh.
Not stop interrupting my saying. When you see something, say it for God.
See now you're saying,
That's how it happens too, right? You say it enough, people catch on.
and now you believe in me. That's what you're
Right,
gonna say, right?
exactly.
That's what you're gonna
That
say.
yeah, no. But just see it for what it is, not what you think it is or what you want it to be. See it for what it is. There are bad people in this world all around. There are good people who do bad things by accident and don't realize there's all kinds of people. But stop sugarcoating. It's just like that girl, dude. There was a pageant. It's not Miss America. It's one of the lower level pageants. But this big obese girl won it over this thin, beautiful looking girl, and you're just sitting there like,
So it's about looks, or it's about answers.
well, she had none of the stuff that they had, whether it was looks or not. She just, it's just, at the end of the day, what they're doing is they're glorifying this behavior instead of helping these people lose weight. It's like the influencers. I just saw too that like a whole bunch of these overweight, obese influencers died. These people are dying. And the one girl did a video before she died regretting doing what she was doing because people are pumping, oh, it's okay to be fat. Keep eating your Twinkies. Oh, you're so beautiful. And the lady died,
But Twinkie sounds so good right now.
right? But you can afford it because you're thin, right? Your body probably burns it, or maybe that tapeworm you got.
I don't want to say I'm thin, but
Well, you're not obese. I mean, at that point, you need to get help. Like, I don't understand why people are trying to turn that into something good. You can still be obese and beautiful inside. And that beauty can be like, hey, I need to lose some damn weight so I can live a long, healthy life. I mean, you don't have to be obese to be unhealthy.
well,
You know what I mean?
this episode's about the obese, so
Well, it's about to be unhealthy, right? All right. So thanks, Nate, for showing up. Thanks for you guys tuning in. Thanks for all you guys do. Your likes, shares, comments. Get this out. Put this out. I know, you may not like what we say, but it's important because we're average veterans. You need to know this stuff. So just share it and get all your friends to like it and comment, except for you trolls on BitChute, it's called. That's all you get is trolls on BitChute most of the time. Every once in a while you get a good comment. But anyway, either way, until then, Godspeed.
and pull the pin already. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.